Oh, hey, here I am, and there you are, and here this is, and I have thoughts. Boy, do I have thoughts.
Welcome to CK4RC.
Welcome back to the channel. You guys already know I love a good micro RC and a good toy grade RC from time to time. And as you can see, I'm stuck in my car again while the smallest CK, number 4 from CK4, is over yonder, kicking the old soccer ball around. So here I am, just playing Dad of the Year, sitting in my car, getting ready to play with a toy. That's what I'm going to do. I send him off to go play sports so I can play Hot Wheels. And that's what we're talking about. We're talking about a Hot Wheels RC today. I went ahead, I got the Porsche 911 GT3 because that's the fastest. I mean, that's all there is to it. This is the fastest. And so I got it. They have several different models. This is the one that I got. I will see if I can put a link down below so you can check it out if you want to. You might want to watch the video first and see if it's even worth it. So anyway, let's check this thing out, because what I'm looking at here is it is Hot Wheel scale. So what is that? 64 scale, 72nd scale? What's Hot Wheels? Drop it down below if you know. But anyway, it's rechargeable and it has a speed boost, and evidently you can drive it on Hot Wheels track. Now I have thoughts on that, and we're going to get to that here in just a little bit. But first, let's get this bad boy out and see what it's all about. Okay, so here's what we're looking at. We've got the good old, I'm not going to call it a transmitter because that's giving it too much credit. We've got an old remote control here with just too many buttons for a RC this small. Why all the buttons? Hot Wheels, Mattel, come on. Well, I'm going to tell you what these buttons are. So first up, this one right here in the middle, that will pair the remote control to the car. I'm not going to call it a transmitter. It's just giving it too much credit. And you've got the thumbsticks over here. This one goes up and down. That's forward and reverse. This one goes side to side. There's your steering. That's what that is. These two little buttons down here, there's no alignment on the car itself. So this is how you dial in the alignment. So all right, I can dig that. And then up here, the shoulder button on top, that is your turbo button. Now, what I have found to be true for these tiny little RCs is that these turbo buttons, if they work at all, they don't really do much. I mean, just make the RC go that fast to begin with, but whatever. So, all right, so it comes with the remote. By the way, it does require 2 AA batteries that do not come with the vehicle. So I always come packing, so I brought some, but I did not. My Cub Scout training let me down. I didn't come prepared. You know, Cub Scouts always be prepared. I missed that part. I didn't bring my screwdriver. Listen, I've been spoiled with all of my other hobby grade RCs that come with, you know, a screwdriver. This one didn't, and so I had to use a good old trusty pocket knife to get that screw out and get those AA's in there. But I did it because I refuse to be denied. I did it for you guys. Probably just tore the crap out of my pocket knife, but hey, for you, it's worth it. You know what I mean? So go ahead and hit that like button. Let's start with that. All right, and so then from there, what we're looking at is the Porsche 911. And of course the charging cable, I've got it plugged in, charging right now. There's a red LED on the bottom that indicates it's charging right now. So that's what it is. There's a charging port, and there's an on and off button, and there's an LED light, and that is what the car has. Now, it is a Hot Wheels. It does not turn, which tells me that it's going to turn by the wheels counter turning. So I don't care for that. But hey, I think the thing cost me like $12. So I'm not going to expect world-class engineering by any means. You know what I mean? But let me get this thing finished charging, and then we'll get out here. We'll get out here. We'll let it rip for a minute and see what it's worth, and then I'll give you some thoughts on. Oh yeah, it did come with something else over here. It did come with one of these things, so you can hook up to a Hot Wheels track. It's a funnel, Hot Wheels track funnel, basically. I don't know what they call it. I call it a funnel because come on, what are you gonna call this thing? a funnel, whatever. So it comes with that too. Anyway, I'm going to get out here once this red LED turns green or turns off or whatever it does to say that it's done charging, and then we'll play with a Hot Wheels RC for a minute. That's what we'll do. The light turned green, so it's ready to go. Before we get out there in the sun and the heat, and take me a swig of sweet tea from my Only RC's crawler cup. Forget all those fancy pink thermos cups. Forget all that. OnlyRCs.com. Get this bad boy. Use my discount code. I'm going to put it down in the description. Copy and paste it. Get the stuff. Save the money. Do it. You all ever driven an RC car on the back of your real car? Because I'm about to. I don't know if I have to bind this thing. Maybe. Ha, I do. So they call it a pairing button. It's a bind button for those of us in the know. So yeah, it's one of those where the steering just kind of counter turns the rear wheels because there's no steering up front. So I'll share some thoughts on that here in a moment. But let's just that did not go well. Take two. Here we go. Nope. And we're off again. Okay. All right. We're figuring it out. We're figuring it out. Did you guys see that? I kind of saved it a little bit. Then I got up here in the crack, and then I didn't save it anymore. But I kind of saved it. Well, it fell off again. All right. This thing has more speed than I expected it to have. So I'm going to give it some credit there. And it's taken a few tumbles off the trunk of my car, and that's kind of impressive. Let's see if it'll drive up the rear glass back here. Wait, why is it going backwards now? Nope. That's not how. Okay. Ooh, it was trying to. It was trying. It almost got somewhere. I don't know if you saw that or not. It's almost getting somewhere. It's trying real hard. Okay, let's try a speed run since I haven't got to try the turbo button yet. So it's on the roof. It's not supposed to be like that. Okay, here we go. So it's actually, there's no suspension, and it's doing its best. It's also like, what'd I say, 1/72nd scale, and it's stuck on a rock. So it's trying. It's trying. Whoa! Did you guys see that? Okay, let me see if I can get a drive-by on regular speed. It just tipped over. Try it again. Here we go. Okay, there's a little drive-by on regular speed. Not bad, not bad. Let me see if I can... There's turbo, and maybe it's just because it's bouncing all over the place, but this thing is bonkers. Let me see if we can get some slow-mo over here. So it turns out this thing is a little bit of a winner. This was surprisingly fun. It took some big falls off the back of my car, and it lived to just keep on running. And it was kind of scraped up here and there in spots because it fell onto asphalt. And that's fine. Tires, not even that scuffed up. A little bit. But you got to expect that, right? You have to. Anyway, the regular speed was not bad. The turbo speed was way more impressive than I expected it to be. The steering is trash because it doesn't actually steer. It just counter spins. And that's always hard to get a good grip, to get a good handle on handling that way. Now, final thought about this funnel. and the whole concept of a Hot Wheels RC. Mattel, I'm sorry, but I'm going to say some things you probably won't like. Also, you're never going to see this, so it's probably fine. Anyway, you take the fun out of the RC whenever you do this. Because Hot Wheels tracks, look, they have walls. And even like the flat pieces that this would connect to, they're not quite as tall, but they still have walls. Which means at that point, you're taking an RC vehicle and you're turning it into a slot car. Which, now don't get me wrong, slot cars, super fun. They're so fun. I love slot cars. But why take an RC car that's supposed to run independently and stick it on a track that you can't drive around? You can just handle acceleration. Why do that? If you want to make a slot car track, make a slot car track. Those are great, and people will like that. If you want to make an RC car, make an RC car. Now, I get it. Yes, it's Mattel, it's Hot Wheels, it's branded as part of the gimmick, and making it run on a Hot Wheels track. It's an RC car that's small enough to do it, and it goes with the brand. I get all that. I'm not dumb. I mean, I'm kind of an idiot, but I'm not like stupid. I get it. It takes away from the fact that it's an RC. So this, I'm not crazy about it. I don't like that part. The car itself, if you don't want to steer, super fun. Which actually, you know what? Hey, I just changed my own mind. With this, you don't have to steer. With this, steering is bad. So put it on a track and just drive it and go super fast. Hey, problem solved. Hot Wheels. You didn't do bad. You didn't do bad at all for like, I don't remember what this was, $12, $15, something like that. I need to stop throwing it around. That's not helpful whenever I'm looking for it to display it. You know what I mean? Oh, look at that little Porsche 911 GT3. That's just the king of the hill right there. Whatever. Getting off track. It's fun. It's fun. This is a toy RC, a nano RC, and this one is a nano RC. Toy RC, cheap, that is fun. You can play with this on your desk, on your tabletop. I drove it on top of my car. Didn't drive it very well, but I drove it anyway. So check it out. Feel free. I'm not going to discourage it. Not a bad little toy to play with. And cheap too. And it takes up no space. I mean, look at this. I have an RC in the palm of my hand right now. And I could fit probably 3 more. Now, I got like King Kong hands, kind of. But see, I could get 3, maybe 4 more of these things in my hand. Hey, that is not bad at all. Anyway, that's it for today. Hit that quadfecta before you go. Like, subscribe, comment, share. Keep doing RC stuff. And I will see you next time. It'd be pretty crummy if I didn't put this thing on a little bit of orange track. You know what I mean? So let's do that. Now, I thought I had a curve laying around here somewhere, but I couldn't find it from when I was looking. So, all right, here we go. Tried to spice it up a little bit. We got this thing. It's going to blast off like a big old oil drum explosion. And then we got the ring of fire down here. And then we got the finish line. So we're going to see how it handled in the jump, of course. So I did try to spice it up as much as I could for you. And let's see what happens. Here we go. Ready, set, go. Ha! Nice! That was awesome. It jumped all the way over the finish line. And that wasn't even in turbo, so we're going to reset. Let's back to 1. Back to 1, everybody. Quiet on set. Here we go. Turbo. 3, 2, 1, go. Oh my goodness, just chaos. Chaos. Wow. Okay, listen. Do it. This thing, it's like $12 or $15. That's awesome. That's so much fun. I was dead wrong with my assessment on this thing essentially being a slot car, which slot cars are awesome. Do not get me wrong on that. But this was way more fun than I expected. And that turbo makes such a big difference. So, hope you enjoyed it. Let's see if we can get some slow-mo action on this thing. And I'll see you next time.